It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, where we've got ourselves a rematch of last year's AFC title game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals on EA Sports.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati, taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Right to the air is Mahomes. And incomplete to open things up.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And again, it's Mahomes.
Another catch for Valdez-Scantling.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first, 18 yards that time. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And Watson has it right side.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Well, another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Mahomes now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And that'll bring up fourth down as the Cincy defense stands up on third.
It's been a tough go for him. He's got to jump him down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
Here we go on fourth down. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
So they only needed a couple of feet there on fourth down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? Fourth and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And some space here. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs 11. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
On play action, it's Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. hands it off out of the gun. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. These two teams all tied after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did, and they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Again, it's Burrow. Here's Higgins out of the right side. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down.
Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
A nice pickup of 17 yards.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
These two teams, the Bengals and Chiefs, they met twice a year ago, and it was the young Bengals prevailing both times. The first, Week 17 in Cincinnati. The Bengals coming through in overtime 34-31. And then, of course, the AFC title game, the big one. The Chiefs up 21-3 at one point. The Bengals charge back. They win at 27-24 and punch their ticket to Super Bowl 56.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
57 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Hands it off out of the gun.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Touchdown!
Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. But the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here.
They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Burrow will throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The left-footed Kevin Huber set to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Back deep, Trent Taylor. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, and the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. And Burrow going to throw again. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down. Here's Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Throw left side complete to Chase. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Second down and goal. Burrow. Touchdown Bengals. Samaje Perine as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. McPherson on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Bengals score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for Kansas City. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Targets the sideline. Hurst has it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the decision to throw the flag, a good one by Andy Reid. Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown! Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Mahomes hitting Juju on the slant. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. On play action, it's Mahomes. Steps away. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Now Mahomes. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and goal from the 1. And again, it's Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Running it with a fullback, Burton. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine, but going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Puts it on the carpet. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll try and run for it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone. But, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there. So no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. And all they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Burrow will throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but got to put those doubts to rest right there.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. To the air again, Burrow.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. First down. Here's Burrow. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to break our 4th quarter tie. McPherson's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's Kelsey on the ground. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Mahomes again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 53 yards. And the Chiefs use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Mahomes now on first down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will get the lead up to 7. Butker's kick here is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Hits his running back, Pirine. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow voids the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Pirine. And some room to work. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Higgins out of the right side. Touchdown, Bengals. It's T. Higgins with a touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Quick slant to Watson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Mahomes finding Kelsey once again, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Come on, baby, get low. Let's go get it. Let's go do this thing, baby.
Right back to him on first down. Down to about the 22 here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And here's a handoff out of the gun. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Hands it off out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And in a yardage game, there's really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want. The right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And they have regained the lead. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.